You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
We kick off your 11 minutes of nonstop news with breaking news. Within the last 15 minutes, Governor Kemp announced the extension of the gas tax suspension. The most recent suspension was scheduled to end just next week. This newest order will expire November 11th. This saves Georgia drivers about 31 cents per gallon. The average price to fill up in Georgia is $3.20 a gallon. Continuing your 11 minutes of nonstop news, today marks day 86 of the actors' strike, but negotiations are set to pick up again in just a few hours. 11 Alive's Tracy A. McPeer joining us live with what this means for Georgia's film industry. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning. Well, the writers have already reached an agreement, but the actors are still on strike, essentially keeping the film industry on pause. And that means keeping thousands in the film and television industry out of work all this time. The biggest demands in these negotiations include a bigger cut of revenue by streaming shows, increased base compensation, and safeguards against artificial intelligence technology. Now, both sides are expected to come to the negotiating table today and then again on Monday.
Tracy, thank you. This morning, Atlanta Police Department Special Victims Unit is asking for any other victims to come forward after this man, Officer Anthony Anderson, was accused of sexually assaulting a teenage girl. Investigators say it happened in early August when Officer Anderson responded to a single car crash, which is where he met the 16-year-old driver. According to Gwinnett County Police, the teen reported the incident and investigators questioned Anderson a few days later. That's when Atlanta Police took Anderson off of field operations and started their internal investigation. He is now facing several charges, including aggravated sexual battery. In a statement, Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum said in part, quote, "Not only am I disturbed and disappointed by these allegations, but it also angers me." We have new details this morning in the search for a missing man from Gwinnett County. This is 21-year-old Leandre Flint, who vanished back in July along with his maroon truck. The last place Leandre is believed to have been seen alive is the Marquee at Buckhead Apartments right off Peachtree Road. After Flint disappeared, police say they searched the apartments there at the Marquee 18 days after he went missing and found evidence, making this now a homicide investigation. The family says during their own search, they had gone out to that complex because they say Flint was supposed to meet a woman he met online.
He got her at 12, and by between 12 and 1, there were shots fired in the apartment complex. The information we got from the office was the people in the unit said it was a misfire. I don't know who misfires like 5 times, but that was their explanation for it.
Flint's family says right now their main focus is finding his body. All new this morning, a former private school teacher in Milton is behind bars in Cherokee County, charged with sexual battery. According to court records, Kyle George, a teacher at Kings Ridge Christian School, is accused of touching a 12-year-old girl inappropriately at a shopping center in Canton back in August. After George's arrest, Kings Ridge placed him on administrative leave and he was later fired. The school's head issued this statement saying, in part, this situation is heartbreaking and we are praying for everyone involved.
It's a crumbling infrastructure. It was a jail that was designed for 1,100 people. At any given time could have 3,200 people.
A new set of eyes are on the Fulton County Jail this morning as the state Senate has created a committee to investigate conditions at the jail. This comes as 10 inmates have died at the facility on Rice Street since the beginning of this year. The committee is made up of 6 members and already has started touring the facility and meeting with the sheriff, Pat Labatt. The group's first meeting is set for November 2nd. We've been covering the crisis at the jail for months now. You can read all of those stories on 11alive.com. Turning now to the Battery Atlanta, right outside Truist Park, where the Braves getting ready for the postseason. Game 1 of the NLDS is tomorrow. Chesley against your Phillies. They're coming to town for 2 back-to-back games. The excitement is here. We are ready, but we know the Phillies are not coming to play.
Ooh, sneaky, sneaky Phillies. We saw it just last year, so yeah, revenge on the minds of the fans. Come on out to Truist Park today and get your gear, folks. You're going to need the long sleeves for this series as temperatures will be going down this weekend. Let's get right to it. Starting off this morning with some clouds overhead. We had some rain through the overnight. It was light for the most part. That rain now pushing over toward the east. Scattered showers back behind it will continue to push into our area as we head through much of the day today. It'll be off and on, and only a few of us we will get wet. It's only a 20% chance. Temperatures are in the 60s starting off this morning, so dress accordingly. Heading to the bus stop and heading out to work. Got some 50s up there to the far north. In fact, the cool spot tied in Blairsville and Clayton, both at 56 degrees. The Wizometer rates your weather on a scale from 1 to 11, with 11 being the most perfect day we can have for this time of year. We'll give today an 8, near 80 degrees for the high temperature. And we'll see that temperature go down. Starting tonight, after that front pushes through, cooler, drier air will begin to move in. You can see that front back off to the west of us. Ahead of it is where we have the clouds and some of that light rain, but drier air will move in back behind that front, and the winds will begin to pick up on us as well. So again, expect a few scattered showers or isolated showers for this afternoon. We'll hold on to that threat through about, I'd say, 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. Through the overnight, the clouds will hang on. We won't really get rid of those clouds until early Saturday morning. By Saturday afternoon, sunshine breaks out. We'll have mostly sunny skies, but much cooler, as highs will only be in the 60s, right around 68 degrees for your afternoon high. 7-day outlook shows even cooler on Sunday. In fact, Sunday morning, if you're heading out to church, you're looking at 47 degrees, or heading down the tailgate with the Falcons, it's going to be a bit chilly out there. We'll get up to 66 for an afternoon high temperature. We'll start to rebound a little bit as we head into the work week. So Columbus Day, Monday, we're looking at 73 degrees, and then back to where we should be by Tuesday and Wednesday, with temperatures in the upper 70s by then.
High school seniors that are going to get this letter that says, you have been accepted.
That is a letter all high school seniors in Georgia will receive in the mail soon. Governor Kemp announced his newly designed match program that aims to help students with the college application process and really just encourage them to attend a post-high school program. The program matches students with state universities or technical schools based on their GPA. It's going to reserve a spot at those schools for the student. All they have to do is accept and enroll. We have all the details on this program right now on 11alive.com. While hundreds of thousands of students are planning for college, millions now starting to pay back those student loans again. Loan forgiveness has been making headlines over the last few years. So this morning, viewers want to know, did the Biden administration cancel an additional $9 billion in student loan debt? Our sources this morning, the U.S. Department of Education, the White House, and Student Borrower Protection Center. So just this week, the Department of Education and the White House announced the Biden administration did approve $9 billion in debt relief. So yeah, we can verify that they did cancel an additional $9 billion in student loan debt. Happening later this morning, the September jobs report will be released by the U.S. Labor Department. In recent weeks, experts say several threats to the economy may have emerged. However, economists are expecting the unemployment rate to drop just a little bit. And ahead on the Today Show, you're going to get an in-depth look at that report. 6:55 now. Today is the start of National Faith in Blue Weekend, and happening this morning, the Newton County Sheriff's Office is partnering with First Presbyterian Church of Covington to host the 4th annual K-9 Blessing for K-9 units all across the state. Local law enforcement across Metro Atlanta will also host some community events to celebrate this weekend. All right, he may be small, but don't let the size fool you here. The 4-year-old is a basketball prodigy in the making, playing in the big leagues. Kids double his age as he dribbles circles around the competition. And one day you might even see him in the NBA. But first, Lil Mike got a little surprise from this Hall of Famer.
I've never dropped a baby. I got you.
Oh, my God.
You ready?
Look at his face. He was so serious. That is Shaq right there. Surprised him with a slam dunk, some swag, and some tickets to watch his favorite team.
The Lakers.
The Lakers? Give me 5. We love the Lakers, right? Oh, my God. Do you want to be on the Lakers one day?
Yes.
All right, that is the Jennifer Hudson show that you can watch right here on 11 Alive, where he got that surprise. You can watch more of the special surprise coming up later today at 3 on the Jennifer Hudson show right here on 11 Alive.
You think you're going through a real challenge. You think you're going through a real fight down here, but it's nowhere near the fight that the kids are going through that are staying up in that hospital.
It is one of the best traditions in football, the Hawkeye Wave, when every week 70,000 fans at the Iowa football games turn and waves at the kids who are patients at the University of Iowa Stead Children's Hospital. Ahead on today, we're getting an extra close look at a full circle moment from one Iowa player. You will need to See to believe, Crash.
Thanks for those tears. It is a wonderful sight. All right, couple of traffic alerts. 285 southbound at the Highway 78 westbound ramp. That's our truck fire being doused in the wreck 316 westbound at Sugarloaf Parkway clearing. I'm going to get you an update at 7:26. Hey, let's go back in time. 1991, that's me with a mullet riding a 110-foot tomahawk down Peachtree after your Braves went from worst to first. We need some of that 91 magic to beat up on some of Chesley's Phillies that are in town. Chesley McNeil.
Crash, if the Braves win, you got to grow the mullet back. I think that's the ticket. That's the ticket right there. Hey, here we're here live at Truist Park, where there's nobody out here right now, of course, but we will see this place fill up. In fact, I think a lot of people will be going to the store to buy some gear just in time for the Braves to take on the Phillies. Game tonight, or I'm sorry, on Saturday night at 6:07, and then the next game, Game 2, will be on Monday night at 6:07. Let's go Braves. Let's see if they can continue to beat up on the Phillies. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Know that it will be cool.